For decades, this was the dream. Look at the passion in these shots. Fan-made live action. People pouring their hearts, their money, and years of their lives just to recreate one iconic scene. It was beautiful, but it was also exhausting.
Simulating is for weak-minded people. I am strong-minded.
Sorry, I'm very tired of working in this video.
And now you are looking at Maki Zanin. And I made this without a studio, without a crew, and without waiting for years. And you'll notice something important. I didn't just copy the anime frame by frame. Why would I? We have the technology now to go beyond the copy. We have the freedom to take these characters and place them in our world, in our vision, doing exactly what we imagine. So watch closely, because in this video, I'm not just talking, I'm proving it. I'm taking Yuki Tsukumo and I'm going to turn her from a drawing into a living, breathing human being. And I'm going to do it in 3 specific steps: analysis, identity, and motion. Forget the old way. This is the new standard. Starting with the analysis. I use Lovart as my hub for these tools. Most people make the mistake of just asking a chatbot, make me Yuki Tsukumo. That just gives you a generic cosplay look. Instead, I went to Gemini 3. I treated it like a casting director. I uploaded her anime references and told Gemini, analyze this. Convert her look into a believable, real-life Japanese woman. Focus on face structure, imperfections, and realistic skin texture. Do not make it stylized. I tested the resulting prompt on different generators. Nano Banana Pro was good, but when I put it into Midjourney, the difference was clear. Midjourney gave me the best face-from-scratch realism. It gave me the pores, the skin texture, the life in the eyes. So I chose this image as my base. And the best thing about this step, it allows me to see the details clearly and decide which face actually fits the character's vibe. It gives me a solid foundation, a DNA to build everything else upon. Step 2, locking the identity. I took the face from Midjourney and uploaded it to Gemini. But I also needed a specific layout. So I grabbed a professional character sheet example from Pinterest and uploaded that to Gemini as well. Then I told Gemini exactly what I needed. I didn't write a long, complicated code. I simply said, I have the real face and I have the template. So write me a description to create a professional brand identity for this character. Specifically for Nano Banana Pro, I took that description to Nano Banana Pro because it locks onto the character's features much better than other tools. I added my face as a reference, set the aspect ratio to 21.9 for better quality, and hit generate.
A few moments later.
And so now I have a digital actress with fixed features and clothes. Now, I can put her in any scene in any pose and she will always look like Yuki. Now it's time to set the scene. This is where you become the director, and you have 3 ways to do this. First, the vibe match. You can find a photo on Pinterest with the exact vibe you want, give it to Gemini and say, analyze this style and blend my character into this realistic Jujutsu Kaisen location. Next one, the blank canvas. You can simply describe the scene from your imagination. Last, the direct adaptation. You can take a screenshot directly from the anime and ask the AI to translate it into a real-life equivalent. Step 3, the motion. This is where most people fail. They upload an image and just tell the AI, animate this. The result? Weird morphing and random movements that ruin the realism. You have to realize something. The AI is not the director. You are. I used Kling AI 2.6, but I didn't leave it to chance. I described exactly what I wanted. High-angle wide shot, sun-drenched Tokyo alleyway. I gave specific camera movement. Start wide, then perform a slow, cinematic dolly in. I even directed the acting. Look up at the lens, give a friendly wave, and smile.
Subscribe now to see more videos about AI.
I also used start and end frames. I generated the starting image and the ending image and told Kling to connect them. By controlling the start and the finish and describing the specific movement, the result was smooth, cinematic, and controlled. Outro. At the end of the day, AI didn't give me the idea. The idea was already in my head. AI didn't replace me as the creator. It didn't do the work for me. It just removed the barriers of time and cost. It helped me execute my vision. So don't just press a button and hope for the best. Be the director. Use this workflow to unleash your own stories. If you found this breakdown helpful, please subscribe. And let me know in the comments, which character should I bring to life next? See you in the next one.